So, today's topic, we're going to talk about this DIY solar versus net energy metering. So the previous session we have talked so much about the technicality part, how much you can save, right? If let's say you want to recap, you can always go to YouTube, look for us, just type VASOLAR. There are a lot of this VASOLAR, VASOLAR, yeah. So there's a lot of topics there we have spoke. So, and then you can go there to recap if let's say that you want. You also can go to our Facebook page to see this watch again all the topics that we have speak before. Yesterday we talked a very interesting topic, why Malaysia we need to go solar. So, and then we also talk about the tax incentive that the government actually has provided to the businesses. So, and then today we're going to talk about DIY versus NEM. So, JP, you want to talk about why we pick this topic?
Yeah, because we always have this question from our client, right? I want to buy one piece of solar panel, two pieces of solar panel. I want to buy inverter only.
Yeah.
And then I want to pasang myself.
So the battery.
Sometimes with the battery also. So this is as category as the so-called DIY solar.
Yeah, the solar DIY.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of this kind of question came to us that actually sometimes that I will say that it's because of the general understanding about solar is actually by this group of people that they may not be so well versed with it. Of course, that if let's say you want DIY solar, you can, but minimum you need to have this good knowledge on this the technicality part.
Yep.
It is because right, you are dealing with DC voltage.
1000 can up to 1000.
Yeah, up to 1000 volt.
Not
right?
AC.
Yeah. So minimum also we are looking at about between 100 over to 400-500 volts over this direct current DC voltage.
Correct.
So it's kind of high. It's dangerous, you know.
It's very dangerous.
Do you know that? Do you know that the solar cost core known as this grid connected photovoltaic system cost, GCPV cost, right? Every single company that do this solar installation, right? They have to undergo through this GCPV cost, and the passing mark is actually 90%, 90 marks. 1 mark lesser also fail. You need to retake the whole course. So this because that there are certain level of this technicality that involved is dangerous, and then number 2 is money involved. Money involved means that people is chipping in money. They're using cash to buy the system, and then ROI is utmost concern. Therefore, that it is important that the service provider actually know what they are doing. They are well equipped, well versed with all this knowledge, so that they are able to give you a system that is workable for you. At the same time, the ROI is makes sense for you. Right.
So today we put out a table just to show you some of the comparison. So it's some of the comparison. Alright. So as you can see, we put in the DIY solar and then the NEM, which is the on-grid system. Alright. So first of all, under the DIY, all the project components will be purchased and arranged by the owner yourself. But then under the NEM, which is you appoint a SEDA registered service provider, those purchasing, those arrangement, management, logistics will be managed by the service provider themselves. Right? So that's why you don't need to worry anything. So this is the first thing.
Yeah.
So second thing is for DIY solar, you no need to go and apply anything, right? No need to apply SEDA.
Yeah. If let's say you just
get a license.
Yeah, correct. If let's say you are just put up some solar system, then use an inverter with a battery system. There's no back feed into the grid. Yes, you doesn't need to apply anything.
Yep. But we also counter some cases that those DIY solar, they don't put in the battery system. So what will this happen?
Basically, there's only 2 outcomes for that. Number 1 is if let's say they do it legally, that means that there will be no export. They are putting a smart meter at your TMB incoming, right, to prevent any energy that is export to the grid. So that is one thing. If let's say they're doing legally, if let's say they do it not the legal way lah. Means that to allow the access of the energy to export into
back
the grid,
to grid without changing the TNB meter, right?
then wholesale. So what will happen? For residential house, if let's say you export 1 unit of energy, you'll have to pay TNB also lah.
Oh.
Right. So for example, if let's say your consumption is, let's say it's about 500 kilowatt hour. Okay, and then you export another 400 kilowatt hour of this energy into the grid. Okay, because it makes sense, they are a 4 kilowatt system. Approximately 1 month you export about 400 kilowatt lah. Daytime you're all in the house, you're not in the house,
yeah.
right? So daytime you're all in the office, so daytime is where the sun is. You all export to the grid, and then nighttime when you come back to on your aircon, your water heater for the bath, right? So you actually consuming energy, but the time is all buying from TNB, So you buy from TNB for that particular month, let's say 500 kilowatt hour, and then you also export 400 kilowatt hour. So what happened to that is your total bill is actually coming to 900 kilowatt hour. TNB will charge you 900 kilowatt hour.
So you install the solar system for
to increase your TNB bill, right? If let's say DIY you don't do it correctly, then wholesale. This is what going to happen. So be careful with that.
So that will be the third point. You are not allowed to export to the grid because you are not applying the net energy metering.
If let's say you want to export to the grid, you want to apply net energy metering, of course you must have a service provider. The service provider must be registered with SEDA, Sustainable Energy Development Authority. So that your system is regulated and then your installation is regulated and also protected. And only then insurance company will agree to come in to insure your system. If let's say your system is not installed by those proper service provider, so I think insurance company they will not agree to insure you lah.
So talk about risk. Just now we mentioned in the early, the solar DC eventually is very dangerous. So by DIY solar, right, all the risk will be bear by the owner yourself, because you are not appointing any professional or registered service provider. But then it's under them, right? All the risks will mitigate by the service provider, and also if let's say you purchase the insurance will cover the risk also, right? So next, another thing that is if you are not having any battery system, you cannot fully utilize your roof, right? Because on your roof you have very big size. If let's say you don't have any battery system to store the excessive energy, and you cannot allow to export to the grid, so you can only limit your capacity.
Correct.
You cannot.
So eventually, it's like daytime. If let's say you're not in the house, it cannot produce much. You go to your standby load, for example, your TV standby load, your
refrigerator
standby load, your refrigerator standby load. That's it. Anything more than that, so also limited. You cannot export to the grid. So nighttime, no generation, you have to buy from TNB. So you install solar for what? That's why a lot of people they overlook on this point, right? But of course, it's fun to do it yourself. That you carry your solar panel to the rooftop DIY. But sometimes that this is energy sector, a certain level of rules and regulation and guideline is actually has to be observed, right? Cannot just simply do as you like.
And I will assure you, working on the roof is not fun.
I tell you,
it's not fun.
On the rooftop, you are above the roof door, underneath the sun. That environment is not this pleasant place to stay at, and then you really want to do it yourself.
And imagine if let's say you fell from the roof.
If let's say you slip off, off and then you fell from the roof. Insurance company will not cover you also, because you're not performing a job that you are supposed to do. So therefore, that there is a risk that actually comes in.
So for some DIY solar, they are equipped with the battery storage system. But then most of the cases,
what kind of battery system?
What kind of battery system? Some of them they just use the normal battery.
The car battery or the lorry battery. The 200 AH and the 400 AH battery, something like that.
So imagine your car battery will last for how long? The lifespan? 1 year, maximum 2 years.
You see, I think car battery or this lorry battery, Depend on the usage lah, right? So like for example now MCO you cannot go anywhere, you didn't start your car also ma. By the way remember to start your car for that 10-15 minutes go one round of your this taman also never mind, otherwise later your battery flat and also jialat. So those kind of application battery in the car application can last you about like this 9 months to 18 months probably. That is about less than 1 year to 1.5 years. Then you change a new battery ma.
So there is a cost you're going to incur.
Yes, that is also provided every time when you crank your this engine. You are consuming the current from the battery, and then when the engine operates already, run already, fire up already, so the charging alternator is charging back the battery. Okay, for your next this ignition again. So this kind of application it also only able to last you for 9 to 18 months. Imagine that solar is everyday charge and discharge, right? Have you tried to find out what is the life cycle of your battery? Right? If you say your life cycle of your battery, let's say 400 cycle. What does that mean? 400 cycle. One day morning time you charge, night time you discharge to use. That means that 400 days after the battery flat already.
Exactly about 1 year.
1 year plus.
1 year plus.
What about those battery that those are the battery that the depth of discharge the parameter is called DOD depth of discharge is 50%. What about if let's say you discharge more than 50%, your battery life is even more shorter. Probably 6 months kaput already. You got to change your battery. Yeah, changing battery is not a cheap thing, you know.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Imagine you change your car battery.
No, car battery is very cheap. Only about 100 AH only. Wow, those battery for solar 200 lah, 200 AH lah, 400 AH lah. Well, depend how long you want to store ma. Right?
So in short, there's a cost going to incur when you have a battery system.
There is, prior to the cost, there is a technicality, engineering knowledge that is involved. If let's say you ignore all this thing, good luck to you. You still can have a system, but the system is not going to be sustained. Yeah, when you're starting time, but right? Very excited to have it, right? But after that, you cannot sustain it. Eventually, it's going to be a scrap already.
Right. So we move on to the next one is for the DIY solar, mostly they don't have an online monitoring system. Because this one is dependent on your solar inverter. Right. So online monitoring means the solar inverter itself has a cloud system. It will connect to your internet, provided your house have a Wi-Fi internet system. Then all the data will send to the cloud system, and then you can view,
monitor for that.
From your phone apps, your laptop, whenever you have internet access, right? So that is one thing on the monitoring system. From there, you can only monitor your performance, right? Otherwise, how you going to monitor your performance, right?
Correct.
So another thing is the warranty. As DIY said yourself, is do it yourself. So who going to warranty the workmanship? Only you,
you yourself have
to counting the workmanship. But as for the NAND, if let's say you appoint a service provider, the workmanship will be warranted by the service provider. Depends on how long the service provider provide you the warranty for the workmanship.
So how long does VASOLAR provide?
For house, residential, we provide 3 years.
3 years of workmanship warranty.
And for commercial industry,
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. Right. And then if let's say you do it yourself, it's basically the Hakawa say kiki
Yeah, that's why we move to another one is there's no service after sales. There's no service after sales.
You service yourself,
you service yourself, right? Yeah, you can post in the Facebook or discussion room to get a feedback, but
you still have to do it yourself.
You still have to do it yourself, right? So the next one is okay. So all the work it will be managed and executed by yourself. Because it's DIY now. You have to go and buy the tools to carry the panel from downstairs up to the roof, and then
by the way, also depending on what kind of panel that you are using, what kind of panel you are buying, If let's say, for example, you buy those
Tier
tier 2, tier 3 kind of this module, so the performance, the power class, and then also the warranty might not be as good as those that we are providing here. We are providing 10 years of manufacturer warranty for the solar panel, and also 25 years of performance warranty. And for the inverter,
5 years standard warranty.
Yeah, 5 years standard warranty.
We only provide those tiers 1 product brand to our client.
Correct. Anything that doesn't fall in the top 10 manufacturer list, normally we don't consider. It's not normally, we will not consider.
Alright. So of course the performance is not guaranteed if let's say you do it yourself.
For fun basis,
correct. It's like hobby,
hobby.
Of course, if let's say we drill down to the cost line, DIY solar definitely is lower cost compared to NEM, right?
Yeah.
Because for the NEM we have to go through all the application.
Yes.
We have to purchase the component, ship it here.
Yep.
Right. And then we have to execute the project, manage the project.
Correct.
And then mitigate all the risk to ourselves to lower down your owner risk.
So that's
why,
so that the insurance company can insure you.
Correct. Then the cost is higher, of course. It's depending on which package you are going to take.
Yeah, correct.
So I think we almost sum up most of the comparison between DIY solar and NEM.
So actually, what do you think? Do you think that the house owner should go for DIY?
Well, it depends. Some of the owners, not all, right. They have this kind of hobby. They like engineering stuff. They have engineering base. They want to do it themselves. Just like a hobby. Just like you do Lego and those Tamiya. You want to do it yourself, right?
Yeah, Tamiya.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
During our time, Tamiya,
yes, it's fine. Nothing wrong with if you want to do it yourself. But there's some risk, you might need to consider.
Yeah,
right?
you need to understand engineering.
You want to have no headache. Then you really want performance based, right? Then you better appoint a SEDA registered EPC.
Yeah, correct. Like us.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So you see, and if let's say you go DIY everything, you also have to buy cash. But for with VASOLAR net energy metering system, you can actually go by zero interest and also zero capex. And then it's 36 months of installment.
Yes.
36 months of installment.
Correct.
So therefore, that there's so many positive thing it can be done through the proper net energy metering system. We highly recommend, right? So all the house owner there, right? So which is you guys, right? Pick net energy metering, right? Go for VASOLAR net energy metering. So and then we are the professional service provider, and we will provide you the complete solution A to Z. You just need to provide your document to us. It means your house TMB bill, your IC, your IC copy, and then also a land title. Then we'll get all the application done for you already.
And not to miss out, because for this NEM 1-to-1 offset, right, it will be end this year.
Again,
right.
net energy metering 1-on-1 offset will finish this year. This year, right? So therefore, grab the opportunity now. Contact us. Who should we call? Yeah.
You can go to our Facebook there to leave a message.
Or
you can
just
go to
send
our website.
message, right?
You can just send the message.
Correct,
our sales force will come back to you ASAP.
My name is Michael.
My name is JP Leong.
So hope you have some information today. We'll see you again tomorrow.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.